We don't.
Yo, what up, Internet? Welcome to Bricks and Beer, episode 6. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Andrew.
Indeed, Jeff. Obviously, we're not in my house. We're in Jeff's garage.
Yeah.
With Jeff, who's awesome.
It's my favorite part of my house.
Thank you guys for watching our continually intermittent podcast about drinking and Lego. If you haven't watched the other ones, bam, go watch them. There's a link here, I swear, maybe. Yeah, so we're having a guest tonight, which is fucking rad. I don't just have to ramble at you guys.
We have thousands of guests.
It's awesome. So we're going to kind of try to theme this episode, but it might just turn into me and Jeff totally bullshitting and you guys hanging out with us. We're not going to talk too much about the booze tonight, but I will tell you about this beer. It's from San Diego. It's made by Mission Brewing. It's their blonde ale. This is kind of contextual. Jeff's throwing some Lego on the floor, which is perfect. Reminder, uncut, unedited, raw like sushi. This is what you're going to get. So, this beer, I've been saving this story. I've talked to Jeff a couple of times since this occurrence. But I want to talk about this beer, and it really has nothing to do with this beer. But I had this beer at a wedding for my buddy Gary. The Gary McIntyre. The one, the only. He got married in an incredible venue in La Jolla. And he's now married to Logan, which is cool. It was a fun party. They did the most unique thing I've ever seen at a wedding. So, you know, they're cool people. They're unique. They're hipsters, if you will. So their wedding was what you kind of might expect, except for the unexpected, which is this. So they do the ceremony. I'm sitting with all the Lego homies because it's a Lego wedding with a bunch of Lego homies.
It was kind of funny how many different people I heard about this from.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that this hasn't been spoiled. I tried to allude to this earlier with Jeff. So they do their vows, and it's a beautiful ceremony. It's like on the cliff. There's the sunset. La Jolla. It's fucking paradise. And their vows are cool. They're unique. They're quirky. And then they get to the part where they ask for the rings. So Gary's best man opens up his jacket and reaches inside, and he pulls out a leather glove that's about yay big, and it's got a piece of twine wrapped around the ring finger. Kind of weird. Gary puts this glove on, and he holds his arm out, and he yells, "Habibi!" And a goddamn motherfucking falcon flies down the aisle, lands on his arm with the rings. It was...
I did not know about this at all.
Mind-blowing, dude.
Wow.
Mind-blowing. So I'm going to do the thing that's the shittiest thing on the podcast, which is I'm going to show you guys a photo. I'm going to show Jeff a photo. This is our buddy Gary. This is our buddy Gary, and that's his motherfucking falcon, and that's his wife, and they're awesome, and that's my wife texting me. Live. Kind of. So Gary got fucking married, and, submariner with control over animals. I guess Hawkman? Does Hawkman control birds?
Not like Aquaman does, but he probably has a pet bird.
Is there anybody that controls birds? I guess birds kind of suck. What can you do? Gandalf.
Yeah.
Gandalf controls birds.
Big ones.
So like fucking Gandalf, Gary got married, and they got this beer at their wedding. So that's my beer story, which has nothing to do with beer. And that's what you're going to get about it.
Bill, if you're watching this, I worked with you all week, and this did not come up. 4 days.
I don't know how that happened, because this is like the 10th time I've told this story. And that was 5 days ago. It was not long ago.
Wow.
And goddamn, it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
The funniest thing about this, right, is the weekend before, in the town that I live in a beach town, and they have hotels. And there's this lady from Urban Falconry, and she's exactly what you would imagine a lady from Urban Falconry looks like. She's got a lot of cargo pockets and shit tons of gear.
Yeah.
Looks like she's ready to
2 gloves, probably.
Probably. And she's got
shoulder gloves.
She's got
2 falcons on your shoulders?
She just had the one.
That'd be cool.
But it was all black tactical gear.
All right.
She was ready for Falcon battle. And she had her giant Harris Hawk. And I guess they're scaring off the pigeons at the hotel, which is cool. It's like a unique way to do it.
Fuck pigeons.
So she's like gonna send the hawk up, and she sends the fucking hawk up, and then she stands it, and the hawk flies up, and like all the birds are pissed because the murder bird is there.
Sure.
And she hangs out for like 15 minutes with her like dumb whistle, and she's like going like, boop, 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 and the hawk's just looking at her like, I give 0 fucks. I'm not coming down. So like, contrast that with Gary's Gandalf-like fucking falconry skills. It was really impressive.
That's something else.
So yeah, that's my beer story. Jeff is not drinking beer. He doesn't drink beer.
That's
but
true.
He is drinking a cocktail.
I'm happy to be drinking with you. I am drinking cranberry juice and Stolichnaya.
It's Russian.
Yeah.
I think.
It's
right?
basically...
Yeah.
I don't have a vodka store because that's just my go-to vodka. I did have a discussion with a friend once where he was like, I like Kettle One. I don't like Kettle One. I don't think it tastes good. But
fuck you. We can't be friends anymore.
Well, no, yes. But when I was telling him why, I was just like, no, you want Russian vodka because, I mean, they're, they're going to get that right, And he said, no,
it's where it comes from, right? I think that's where
it better
originated.
Be because I've been, kind of psyched about Russians because of this for a while. But he goes, yeah, I would rather have the Dutch vodka because I'd wanted the nationality where it's a delicacy as opposed to some sort of necessity. That's where you want it to come from. And I was like, no.
I think you want the necessity.
If it's your single path to euphoria, they're going to get it right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and like if you're drinking hard alcohol, at least for me, if you're drinking hard alcohol, it's usually because you want to go a little faster. You want to accelerate the pace. And I feel like if you're going to black out on vodka... Russian vodka's probably the way to go.
It's got a pretty clean day after.
Yeah.
So, and I just don't like the taste of beer. But I'm really psyched to be here on Bricks and Beer.
And we're not judging. It's cool. I do actually plan, and I talked to a bunch of people at the wedding about the show because I was like, you could be on my dumb YouTube thing. And some of those people.
Are there falcons?
there are no falcons, unfortunately. But I do plan on having people that don't drink, and we can call them the root beer guests, and they can fucking drink root beer or whatever. So there's no judgment. I guess the beer part of this podcast is somewhat optional.
The first hard alcohol guest.
Yes. You're actually the first solo guest, so that's kind of momentous, right. I guess. So yeah. Oh, and we should actually fucking tell these people who you are. So Jeff goes by the name Octopunk. We'll put another link right here. There's his Flickr. You can go see his awesome shit. Thanks. Some of it is behind us and in boxes all over the room. Jeff is actually really, really lucky because he has a man cave and gets to do shit like this.
I don't champion that term, but I mean, this is such a man cave. It's a detached garage. The garage door has been walled up, so you can't bring a car in here. And there's internet access and no running water, and
there's really no other usage for this room except to house your toys and Lego the nonsense.
It's my toys, my Lego, and a couch. You really could not ask for a better.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm definitely jealous because all I have is a wall and no dedicated man space to just be here's my Lego vomit everywhere that's in progress. Which is a pain. It sucks.
When you get to the 2 o'clock in the morning point and you're like, if I don't clean up all this, I am really going to catch it.
It's not even that. It's I literally don't want to I'm totally paranoid and irrational because my wall of Lego runs along the hallway from my front door to my bedroom essentially. And I'm if I have 3 feet of just spiky ABS and a ninja breaks in or an earthquake happens or something, I'm going to just eat shit running through the Lego, and it's gonna be that one time where it's well, if you didn't have your fucking toys all over the ground, so yeah, I'm jealous of your room. I guess that was a long way of saying that,
right? Because it's for ninja and earthquake purposes, it's better to have a dedicated space.
Much better. Yeah, definitely. If I had this room, there would definitely be some swords on the wall, probably right above your couch.
Oh, that's good for earthquakes.
Yeah. Well, because when you're sleeping on the couch, swords falling on you, that's just bonus.
Well, what you hope for there is the ninja comes in the door and the earthquake happens at the exact same time. You catch the sword.
Yeah, you catch it as it's unsheathing from the wall, and then you cut the guy in half.
It just rights itself, basically.
Come on, guys. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So I've been wanting to have guests on this for a while. It's super cool. We did do the one group show from here, which was cool. It's a little bit of a clusterfuck with a bunch of dudes, and we were all just like totally fucking out of it.
Very tired that night. Yes.
Conning hard, I guess. So I kind of wanted to theme this, and we're gonna have some conversations, and this is what's kind of weird. So like you guys saw the link. I'm not gonna hold the plate up again. For his Flickr, and if you know Jeff via what he posts on the internet, you know him for crazy space things,
Vehicles,
and, like,
really.
Vehicles and very like cool, colorful builds.
Occasional dios.
You don't know him for this. Yet I know Jeff in real life, so I know him for this, because this is fucking chaos and madness to me and awesome. And what this is, if you guys can't tell, this is... How many shelves is this? 5 times 5. This is 25 different shelves of minifigures.
Each one of these is 11 minifigs. Oh, crap. 10 mini... Jesus.
Live and uncut, folks.
Yeah, right. I haven't done a census in a while, but I think it's above 2,000. So
it's pretty gnarly. And when you look at these, you guys can't see because you're far away. Or maybe you're close outside in the driveway. Hopefully fucking not. But these are all custom minifigs. These aren't like off the shelf. Like here's
it's a little bit of both. I mean, this is where I want to do the history part.
Just jump into it, dude.
Minifigs, dude.
So Jeff, tell me about the history.
I am old enough to remember these guys, which have all become robots now. These on a lot of places will classify this as a homemaker figure. So this was Lego People, before Lego People. And then they did some robots. No, I'm sorry, they didn't do robots. They did other versions of people, and I have since turned everything that's not a minifig into a robot. Like these Jack Stone figures. Robots, yeah. All these dudes in here, all these homemaker figures, I turned them all into robots. Like some of them don't have like real robot minifig heads or homemaker heads. But then in 1978 or 79, I was in the toy store and I saw this set. And I was like, those guys have legs. And everybody else after that was a robot.
This is like legit vintage instructions. Jeff has the most immaculate, amazing, complete instruction collection.
I think the first set of legs that I saw might have been this guy over here. I remember it more being a red dude, but as I'm looking at the pictures, this must have been the box art, I figure. And dude, Classic Space, there's so much in here that it was brand new.
This is when Lego sets were 3 digits deep. This is set 493.
493. It's like the joke
day
about the guy who so old his social security number is 3. Right. This is that for real. The other dudes I wanted to point out, and before there were minifigures, they also had these guys, which, as I mentioned, are now robots.
Yeah, the nub.
They have minifig heads, and this is on top of a regular stud. But yeah, they're like mummies or something, chess pieces. So yeah, and then I just started getting space guys. So part of the wall behind us, and I'm just going to show this to you.
This is all epic. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, this is like this. It's a little mixed up, and like you'll see some like that's an idea book sticker on this dude right here. And he's the leader, so he got the best sticker.
Of course.
But basically red and white, and then yellow space dudes, and Futuron and Mtron and all these guys. And so part of what you're seeing behind me here is a catalog of figs as they were in the sets. And of course, since I showed you that, I will also show you the bad guy base plate,
which is super sexy.
Which of course starts over here with the Blacktron. Then I turn half my Blacktron into these dudes. They have that. The Aquazone visor, which you can fit a stud into, so they have little targeting dealies. And then I got over here and I started making aliens. So, and like here, look, there's an ice planet guy, but he's not wearing a helmet. He's like a little...
He's Captain Ice Planet?
Admiral. Yeah, he's Captain Ice Planet. So, at some point, I just started having a lot more fun making up my own minifigs. And when Andrew says custom, I do have some stuff that I've cut, and I do have some third-party stuff. I have this one clone piece that I have. It's a Creo piece. It's the only piece like from another brand I've really brought in.
I
But
think you got some accessories.
I got brick. Oh no,
Yeah,
like Brick Arms, Brick Forge, stuff like that. No. Like those guys are cool, but.
But yeah, it's not. You're not like painting torsos per se.
No, I don't find
doing
painting very
anything like that.
satisfying. And usually when I do something, I'm cutting something off. Like this dude, I just chopped the front off of that Chima thing because the shoulders make that cloak like crazy drama. I'm like, wow, this guy is goth. But I wanted to keep this, Aqua Sharks or whatever that guy. No, Stingrays.
Yeah.
Torso.
Yeah.
And those Chima pieces like totally cover that up. So.
Jeff also has like this encyclopedic knowledge about every fucking minifig torso and part. And
well, I have a lot of them out in front of me, and I go on Bricklink a lot. And so at some point in 1999, I put away all my action figures and then busted out all the Lego. And that wound up being when I sorted my collection. It was sorted by color, and I sorted it by part. And I didn't subdivide. I just had Dixie cups all over my apartment. It was the only time I'd ever lived completely by myself, so I just went crazy. And I also got some wall-mounted shelves and put all of my minifigs on, which at that point was a fraction of this. And I got interested in the idea of where would there be a place where they would all live and like run into each other, where a pirate and a spaceman would be next to each other having coffee. Like what kind of...
So you were forming a singular universe.
I don't know why
I
felt that need,
live in.
But yes, exactly. I just wanted them to all be able to hang out. For some reason, the idea of them just sort of existing separately bothered me. I cannot explain that. So I came up with, I'm not going to get too into this. Like if you ever read my mock pages back in the day, you'd see like just huge paragraphs of crap about my mythical city that's mostly still up here where all my figures live, but I've adopted since like it's a show don't tell thing. So if
we've tried to pull this out, Jeff, like many times, but every time you kind of like get to do it and then you like check yourself and you're like, I'm not going to tell you guys about it.
It's called, I will tell you this, it's called Hub City. It's a big circular city, and it's divided into pie wedges, and it's really like the Lego movie, with all the different universes. But the idea of the city is that there's so it's a circular city. It's got gates on the perimeter that go somewhere else. Like this, like the city itself exists on Earth, and one of the pie wedges is the Earth wedge, and that's kind of like the biggest polyglot wedge. And like it's in places it looks like the Fifth Element, New York City. It's just super tall buildings and all this crazy crap, like towards the center. But then there's all these themed sections, and I figured out enough, and the gates and the edges of those themed sections go to someplace appropriate, like a desert planet, a forest planet, a water planet, whatever. And I figured out a way to drop somebody into every one of the wedges, like fairly organically. So there's a desert planet, so that's where all the Western guys go. That's where all the like all the Egyptian dudes go.
Mummy dudes.
And the forest planet is like for ninjas and castles and things like that. And that's basically it. But there's also this, in addition to like this gateway where you can go to all these places, there's also this one place where all these dudes are at the same time. And that's where I just love the mashup thing. Alan Moore wrote a thing called Top 10, which was about a city where every single inhabitant was a superhero. And it's kind of like that. So I'm always folding that in. So for instance, here's the Crocs. I really liked the Killer Croc face. It goes with every single piece of headgear I've ever put on it, as long as it's black. And like here's a fedora dude over here. Whoop, I'm all reversed. So back before these were crazy expensive on Bricklink, I got like 8 of them, and I've been slowly building motorcycles for them. And they're a motorcycle gang. And at the time, but these guys have green hands. The original figure had black hands. So the only way for me to get green hands was to buy a whole bunch of green goblins and take off their hands, So what did I do with those guys? Well, I've got this like sort of, secret agent trooper dude with his 2 men in black. And then I have this circus troupe who all have Ron Weasley hair and Islander makeup on. And I'm really into whatever framework gets anybody to start spinning their own stories. It would bum me out a lot when I was first getting into scoping out other people's work. It's like, oh, check out that spaceship, and like the paragraph underneath would tie into Clone Wars somehow. It's like, oh, this is the thing in the clones, and there weren't even any clones in the shots, but that people felt obligated to graft their thing onto some other thing, I thought kind of a bummer. So I just started doing this. So pretty much everything I make somehow folds into this goofy narrative. Like all that stuff on the shelf above me has some place. And if I ever get independently wealthy, I will build lots of stuff and write the stories in appropriate ways, and you'll all think I'm amazing.
You are building like the crazy multiverse behind us. Like every time I come over here, it's kind of wild because I always like it's literally you have so many minifigs that like I can just stand in front of this wall and like kind of dive through all of them and take stock. And there's like all kinds of weird little combos and like my minifig collection is sizable, I guess, but I don't have them displayed, so I don't like even really know what I have, and I definitely don't have anywhere near this.
It's because I'm always tweaking and combining that's why I have them all out. You know, I mean, I've got extra legs and extra heads. Oh, here are my extra heads right here.
We do have this like monolith of
but every single torso I have has been utilized, even if it's just like all the I got so many Johnny Thunder torsos. When the Lego movie set came out with Johnny Thunder, everybody was just like, "Yay! You know, I get a Johnny Thunder again." And I was just like, "Oh my god! You know, I want to melt mine."
Yeah,
but I can't. You know,
it's ABS. It's ABS.
Yeah, it's holy.
Not only are there just like minifigs here, but there are things that are minifig-ish. We had these off on the table earlier, so I want to show these off. Jeff has like this crazy skeleton army, so here's this little bionicle torso dude. If I stop moving him, maybe you guys can see him. See?
There you go.
But the more impressive part is he has like its big brother android monster spider dude. And all of this like fits into this crazy world that Jeff is building.
And I like the idea of the bionicle. I mean, there's a lot of bionicle sized robots that I think are pretty damn cool, and I like the idea of these. I mean, can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? I mean, I built these things, these homemaker dudes. You know, I mean, this guy's feet have fallen off, but even just that big, you know, this is like your robot butler, right? And he's
gonna crush you.
He's gonna destroy all your light fixtures. You know, I mean, it sucks. But I'm determined. You know, it's just like no, there'll be a city where like you could actually coexist with a 30-foot tall robot that wouldn't just step on you if you got pissed. You know, and there's like enough of a police force or custom. I don't know, just an understanding so that can all work out.
Yeah. So I think we kind of delved into where this came from. Let's talk about how you buy minifigs now, because that's something we always talk about. Because Jeff and I, we live in the same city and stuff. And like I buy Lego, I think for a slightly different reason than you buy Lego. So let's talk about that. Essentially, I'm just gonna fucking not bury the lead. Jeff always is like, I got this set, and look at the dude it came with.
Yeah, I've won, and thank you for everyone who voted for my crazy pink monster, but I won this prize at Bricks LA, and my favorite thing about it, I mean, it had some awesome minifigures too, but it has this
this is fucking awesome.
Super tiny Emperor Palpatine on the phone.
Translucent.
Yeah, trophy Jedi. I mean, he could be anybody really.
Yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, I'm really into the little pieces. My wife's grandfather wanted to get me a present. Spontaneously, all of a sudden, he was like, I want to get Jeff a present. How much did he pay for that desk? I had just bought my wife a desk for $150. So he's like, take that, you know. And I immediately went out and I got that $90 Star Wars set that had like it was Luminara Unduli, but she had a white hat.
Okay.
I mean, there's that Simpsons thing where Malibu Stacy has a new hat, you know, and Smithers goes crazy, and he's like, "But she has a new hat," you know. I'm totally Smithers.
And I get that to a degree because there are times where I'm just like, I know I'm buying this set, and I'm paying too much money because I want a dumb minifigure.
Yeah. But look at this.
It's pretty sexy.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I mean,
I'm glad I have her. I mean, but that happened pretty recently. And it was really...
You should show the camera this base plate. This is just awesome.
This is pretty good base plate. This is... let's see. It's like weird clones...
It's
and
Jedi.
Clone variation. Well, this side is like clone variants or whatever. And... but yeah, two rows of Jedi, which I'm pretty psyched about. And I've also custom made a couple. Like, here's Gray Jedi. And
he's from the EU. That's no longer canon.
Right.
J.J. Abrams says he doesn't count.
Yeah, he doesn't exist anymore. Here's this dude, like emo Native American Jedi. But I mean, I have all these Qui-Gon
Tales of the Sith.
Qui-Gon Jinn torsos or whatever. Oh yeah, this guy worked out pretty well. I think he's a Pirates of the Caribbean zombie. sort of in the white zombie tradition, but I mean, he makes a great Jedi. So a lot of combos. And that's what I do when I'm too tired to actually build anything. Is I come out here and I make more people.
Well, and that's why this is actually really cool. We were talking about this earlier when we were eating dinner. It's like, if you don't know Jeff in person, you have no idea that this is happening, and this is fucking rad, dude. You should post this shit on the internet, and granted, I understand the reluctance, because there are a lot of people who post only minifigs, and they're usually really shitty minifigs, and
it's
they're poorly
not that.
photographed.
I have a dumber reason, actually. It's that somebody started doing custom minifigs, or not even like custom minifigs implies third market stuff.
Yeah, but like
third party, whatever that is.
You know, original.
Right.
Combo.
Cut and paste. And the term for it was fig barf, and it just became fig barf, and that really caught on. Yeah. I don't like the word barf. It reminds me of puking, so
But it is appropriate when it's like, I'm gonna vomit out 6 Jedi that go together. But
it's totally appropriate. It's just I just have it.
Maybe squad building.
I'm gonna go with. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with fig bash. You know.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that because it's got the whole kit bash thing, which is essentially what you're doing.
Yes, and actually that's what I do for a living. I build miniature models for stop motion most of the time. I work on Robot Chicken sometimes, and sometimes I get to work with Lego in that capacity.
Jeff,
awesome.
because we live in LA, Jeff works in the entertainment industry, and we get to go to cool parties and play with toys and shit, which is rad.
Yeah, and right now I'm working with Bill Volbrecht, who has worked at Legoland for forever and won some prizes at Bricks LA, and it was just an amazing builder. And so fast. The guy builds so fast.
Oh, dude. We can't show you any of the photos because it's top secret Hollywood shit.
Yes,
but
right.
I did see photos of Bill's work, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It is good stuff. And cheers to you, Bill. It was good seeing you, man.
Yeah, cheers, Bill.
Really, like, fucking to all you people that I saw at Gary's wedding, cheers. You got to witness the magic of the Falcon.
Yes, and you didn't tell Jeff.
Which is so crazy. Like, how did that happen?
But mostly you, Bill.
Yeah. Well, and I warned Morrow. I was like, Morrow, you can't tell Jeff the fucking Falcon story because we got to get it live, like on the camera.
Okay.
Because it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing.
It's not Gandalf. That's Archer. You already made that.
Mm.
You had a side by side Archer.
Dude, Gary is motherfucking Archer,
and that's an Archer move.
Yeah. Right? It is very Sterling Gary. So
yeah,
there you go.
So he just talked to the Falcon and.
Yeah. It was great. It was great.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this set that we both got?
Yeah. So speaking of like making buying decisions based on sets, both Jeff and I got the same set, and we got it for the same reason, which in my mind is not the greatest of reasons to buy a set, but it's pretty good.
Yeah,
this is the new Ultra Agents.
It's a small set.
I don't even know what this is called. Ultrasonic Showdown. Wow. It's a okay set. It comes with a plane. I have the plane here. It's got some interesting building techniques because this angle deal that's happening here is really cool. And you guys can't see this worth shit because it's a black Lego thing on my. Maybe you can see it.
It's all right, yeah.
So essentially, you can tell like the budget was super lean on this because when I show you in profile, you're like, Andrew, there's no thickness here because it's a wall of plates.
Yeah, I feel
with a cockpit.
It's been a while since I saw a set that was that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad design set.
I don't know.
Like,
no, it's nice, but
you got a cockpit. I do like
it's a wing with stuff on it. You know,
there's a little clip so you can store the gun in the cockpit with the figure in there, which is a nice little playability thing. And it's got these shooters. I really should have loaded these up before we did this, but I didn't. Because what these do is
we had some Lego somewhere.
They have a special ability which is called making a mess. Which, like, literally, you just stick things in here and they fucking explode all over the place. So
it's these, right?
Yeah. I don't know if we need to make a mess right now.
Okay.
But this is the plane. We'll make a mess, trust me. Just let's talk about the set for a second.
Shit.
But the real reason to buy this set has nothing to do with this plane. Let's talk about the agent, dude. Yet again. Dude in, like, a suit with the comb over? Oh, man.
I'm a little more excited about the Agents figures than Andrew is. They're the first wave they were pretty lame.
Well, and
the villains were so cool.
Jeff gets excited by like the face prints and stuff, and I like this face print.
It's
I like
the tie and space armor combo that I dig.
Yeah, not for me, but the other fig.
Yeah, the other fig is pretty good.
Goddamn, guys, like this is fucking rad.
Yeah,
this is rad on so many levels. He's got the I don't know what the hacker dude's name is. What is it? Tech 9?
The cyber?
Whatever the hacker dude's name. It's the same helmet as that.
The Minifig. Oh, wait,
you have it.
Yeah,
but this one has studs, which is bonkers.
it's
there you go.
Similar
helmet. Yeah.
It's got the side studs, but the backs are different.
Oh, and the monocle's different. So this is unique to this set, which is rad, and it takes this clear brain piece, and this is pretty crazy. So this brain piece is pink, but when you put the trans neon on, it's red.
Yeah.
Who knows if you guys can see that?
Now, I actually wasn't really into this like spider body thing, so immediately swapped him out with some basic black legs.
Comparison.
And I had a clear dome around, so I put the clear dome on top. And I thought this was great. One of the things I like about making minifigs is the notion that they're wearing this insanely uncomfortable shit like all the time. You know,
they are trapped for life in those little outfits.
Yeah.
Of ABS.
I don't know where anything is anymore. We've moved everything around.
That's okay.
Anyway, yeah, like that guy back there that I was going to.
The one guy back there.
He's wearing like armor.
So yeah, if you guys want to buy this set, it's $20. It does come with the squishy app bricks.
It's probably a decent parts pack.
It's okay. Like if you're in need of the shooty parts, or you like this color of trans, as I throw the set all over Jeff's desk.
Ah man, it was so neat.
Oh, disaster. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have some action, folks. Pew, maybe.
Yeah,
mess.
That's a mess.
Mess everywhere.
Jesus.
Those parts are never coming back.
Yeah. Those are mine now, except I'm gonna vacuum them up and step on them.
Yeah, which is excellent. That's always the goal with Legos, to throw it on the ground and lose it forever.
Mission accomplished.
Indeed. So I'll talk about one small build, and then we'll probably get out of here. I don't know how long we've been recording, but before we do that, since we got the big wall of minifigs here, is there a particular minifig, either like official or minifig bashed, that you want to show off to the folks? Is there something really cool?
You know, I kind of feel like I can't say enough good stuff about like some of these. You know what? It was one of the dudes that fell on the floor before.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah,
excellent.
Nice. Oh wait, no, like the Ultra Agents villains.
Yeah.
If you're gonna check out now, I've done about a bunch of mixing and matching with, and I think I made basically out of a couple of Ultra Agent villain characters like 4 new people. Okay, it's like this dude right here has a crazy torso, which is supposed to be covered up by this thing. But I couldn't do it because it's just too beautiful. It's just awesome. And then this guy is now wearing a silver power miner's torso, but he was wearing this body prior to that, which I also did not want to cover up. And this is like the mom, and this is the sister. This is the daughter. She's like mutated or something because she's got like Aura Singh's head.
Ultra Agents in the Deep South.
Yeah, this is exactly. This is the son. He's like the leader now because he's the smart one.
It's like Squidbillies meets.
Yeah, and then Dad is this dude, who I know looks a lot like whoever the name of the
Ghost Rider. That's Ghost Rider, dude.
Right. But it's actually Red Skull. I swapped out the original face and put Red Skull in there. And if you've got superpowers, you can see the Hydra belt buckle. But that's just the Ultra Agents are just so cool.
They're so awesome, except for dude in a suit and girl in a suit. They're boring as shit.
I know,
but the
it's
villains are fucking rad.
And actually, this is cool. And this cyber dude villain,
Terabyte. That's the motherfucker's name. That's what I was trying to remember.
He's got this fantastic helmet, and this Tron suit, and these like pixelated eyeball goggle dealies.
Yeah, dude, take the helmet off. Take the helmet off, because the pixelated visor face print. Oh, it's so cyberpunk. It's awesome.
Yeah, But he also he had this gun waiting for him. I bought this thing for like $6 at convention, this tiny piece of plastic. And I was like, I can't find the person who's right for this. And then it was him.
Jeff is the guy who, like, I'll get these figs. I'll get the ones with the armor, like Mr. Punchy Fist. I don't know what the fuck Mr. Punchy Fist torso looks like. I know what the armor looks like, but it's like, it's cool. It goes in the bin.
Or
it'll get used. Oh, Mr. Drill Dude.
Yeah,
Drill Dude's pretty legit. So go buy the fucking Ultra Agents if you're into minifigs. I guess that's the moral of the story.
Yeah. Since that's like my answer to the question. Here's what I did with Drill Dude. He's got like
man.
evil Sensei Wu's head, and then I found some steampunk. I think this is Brick Forge gear on his arm.
Oh yeah. So, he's got the saw hand. The saw hand is legit.
The buzzsaw hand is pretty great.
Very like Shadowrun-ish.
Right. Oh, and here's that Creo piece I was talking about before. It goes to a transformer, and
it's from a Conehead.
Yeah, it's Starscream or anybody who transforms into a jet. You see, he's got the canopy right there. But on this dude, he's
wackest transformation ever.
Rocket Pope.
But Rocket Pope is much better.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I guess that's the minifig episode. I do want to give you guys an update on something. I cheated a little bit, so I built the Renegade, the big spaceship, and it has a rover, and it comes out, and the rover. This is the original rover, right? It's like a little cart deal. And,
wow.
He's kind of shitty. Like he comes in a thing, and he's supposed to apparently explode out of the thing to rover around. So the one that I had for Bricks LA, this convention, was this one. And this is pretty cool, except for this is neither a rover nor new.
It's a drone.
Yeah, it's old as shit, and it also the treads work, but kind of. I mean, you gotta really like break the thing like a small child smashing it. So I wanted to make a sexy fucking rover, but I didn't have time. But post Bricks LA, I made this one, which is pretty cool, and it rolls. So it's got this cool action feature. We'll see if we can do it live here on camera. There's a ramp, and it goes like this. See? And it rolls off, and it's cool.
It's not broken into too many pieces.
Yeah, it's fairly stable. It's better when it rolls on the table.
I'm actually noticing for the first time how much you've sort of leveled up the actual details here.
Yeah, so you guys can't see this for shit, but there is the awesome minifig armor with the Blacktron logo. See, it's out of focus.
Oh, well, the yellow stuff isn't. See, these two
yeah.
things or these things.
Yeah, so it
these little dealies
vaguely
on the side
mirrors that. It's a little bit more low profile because it has to clear the ramp to do the Ferrari action.
It's a sports car.
Yeah, it's a sports car for the moon when you're conquering other moon civilizations.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys. So yeah, I don't know. Any last words? You want to fucking say anything before we get out of here and sign off?
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, fucking. Next time. I don't know. We'll do it again.
Should we do a Dark Ages episode, or would that be like 5 minutes long?
I think that's a valid topic.
I was thinking about Dark Ages. I was thinking about mods, like cutting stuff.
Yeah. Well,
it's a whole thing.
I'm curious about that because the thing is, like, most people sort of frown on the customization thing. Mm-hmm. You obviously don't, but I feel like because of what you do for work, you're not restricted to like
everything.
Yeah, it's like it's just normal. We should definitely talk about that though. So, fucking, do you guys want to hear about that? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you mod, don't cut yourself.
Yeah, don't be a cutter. Don't be emo. Speaking of don't be emo, Fredo, congratulations, Big Daddy. You had a baby.
Fredo.
Peace, guys.
Cheers.